For as long as I can remember, my life has been a quiet struggle, not the kind you see on TV, but the slow, persistent kind that wears you down day after day. For a long time, it was a marriage defined by a subtle kind of control. My ex-husband, a man who saw my life and the lives of my children as something he could dictate, made a home for us in the Middle East. It was there that the lines were drawn, a place where my passport and my children's passports were under his lock and key, a constant reminder that my freedom was not my own. His family, an ever-present force in our lives, added to the tension, creating a suffocating atmosphere of conflict. He never stood up for me, a man financially dependent on his father, and I quickly realized his loyalty lay elsewhere. Eventually, I made a choice. We came to the United States, and I started a new life, a life built on my own terms. His family warned me that if I ever returned, it would be on their terms. But I refused to let that happen. I stayed, founded a career in IT, and eventually, I found the strength to leave the marriage. Since then, we've been co-parenting, a process that is anything but easy. I have primary custody, and while he pays child support, it is a constant battle. He refuses to buy the children clothing or other essentials, and instead, he deducts those costs from the payments he makes to me. I've even had to file a case with the Division of Child Services to get what's rightfully owed. He doesn't have a job and is still financially dependent on his family, so the pattern of control remains. This summer, he asked if our two children, ages 11 and 13, could travel to the Middle East with him. I told him I was not comfortable with it, a gut feeling that told me he could keep them there, away from me. Since then, he has completely shut me out. He ignores my messages, and I discovered he even blocked my number. All of our children's needs school, dental cleanings, physicals have been my responsibility alone, with no input or help from him. He even told the children I was mad because I couldn't afford to go, laughing about it with his brother in front of them. The cruel words were a knife in my heart, but I wouldn't let them break me. Now, he wants the kids to travel to Dubai for his brother's girlfriend's baby's birth, and a knot forms in my stomach, given his past, his continued controlling behavior, and the real risk that he won't let them return. I cannot in good conscience allow them to go. He may see this as a harmless trip, but for me, it is a risk I am not willing to take.